what if Nigeria was never colonized? This is what I want to discuss in this particular video, and I want to do a quick exercise to actually have some area to show to demonstrate what Nigeria would have looked like if it was never colonized. So I just have this area. I mean, it's on record that Nigeria was the creation of the British, and we do know that. Everybody know that, by the way. So let's look at this area here. Roughly here would have just been Yoruba land, and I mean, well, it's still Yoruba land, by the way, but so maybe this would have been like a nation on its own. And we know that Yoruba people, Yoruba ethnic group as well, go up to part of Benin Republic and a little bit of part of Togo as well. And I actually did a video about the Yoruba people. You might watch that video. So this area here would have been maybe roughly Yoruba land, so which might just be Yoruba people as a nation in that area there. And you know, we can just look at another area down here, so which might just be like Ishekiri people. Actually, I don't know, they might just be Yoruba people as well, but some of them speak Yoruba really fluently. They might actually be Yoruba. And as well, we can look at, you know, people of we can look at the people of Edo, the Edo people as well. You know, some of them are also like Yoruba people. Well, a lot of them speak Yoruba fluently as well. So Edo people might just have, and please know that this is kind of like a rough area. This isn't really like you know, like a exact area. It's just like a rough area to just have this illustration. And you know, we might have another place here as well, so which these people who are just around this area, this south area of there. So these are kind of like a Ijaw people. Ijaw people, yeah, I mean, the population of Ijaw people as well, possibly in millions. So because, you know, all these places that we look like, oh, they are really small places. You know, some countries of the world, even in Europe, are really very tiny population. So, you know, again, this is like a rough area. So there might be Ijaw people. So we might have you know, Edo people there. We might have like Chekiri people just right down there. And then we can go on to look at another area down here, so which might just be, you know, these Ibibio people. So, you know, Ibibio people as well. This area is an area that has a lot of other ethnic group. It's not just Ibibio people, but yeah, so there will be a lot of other ethnic group down there. And then we can look at here as well, where you can have a bit of like Ikoi people there as well. So what we are taking into consideration as well is that some of these places also extend to part of Cameroon, which is just the way Yoruba people extend beyond the space that we call Nigeria today. You know, some of these ethnic groups as well, they extend beyond. In fact, some of these part of Cameroon was a part of Nigeria before, and then I think there was a referendum whereby, you know, they then fall to go with Cameroon. So, you know, yeah, so we might have the Ikoi there, and then we might have the Ibibio here, and then, you know, the next one that we can have a look at would be the Igbo people. So because the Igbo people, they are kind of like a very important, or shall I say, one of the major ethnic group in Nigeria. So the Igbo people are likely to be, you know, occupying somewhere around this area. Again, please know that this is not exact area. It's just like a rough you know, guide. So we can have that and say, you know, the Igbo people occupying you know, that area there. And then let me go to the north actually, because the northern part of Nigeria as well. There are a lot of ethnic group as well in the northern part of Nigeria. So I can go to this area here, so which are these people tend to look at the north and thinking all of them are Hausa, Fulani. Really, it's not just all of them that are Hausa, Fulani. There are a lot of ethnic group around that area as well. So this place here, my just call this place no, why not call it, it is what it is. These are Kanuri people. Kanuri people are the one that occupy this space here. And a little bit of history actually. The Usman Danfodio who kind of like conquer the north, and where they have Hemia in majority of the part of the north, but he wasn't able to conquer but this Kanuri area, which is like present day Borno state, and that's why they only have they only have Shehu or Borno there. They don't have Emir. They don't have Emir there. So, and there are other parts of Nigeria that we can represent in Nigeria as well, that when we look at them, we can see that they are also they also have big population. Some of these places, they do have a big population as well. So this area here, the Nupe people, so where the Nupe people kind of like occupy, so the Nupe people occupy some area here, so which they have a big population as well. Another area we might look at is just roughly this space here, where there is another tribe called Igala. So Igala people, they occupy roughly around this area here. Actually, at this point, let me actually put the label on there. So these are the Nupe people, there, and here is Igala people. Is an ethnic group in Nigeria as well. And yeah, so and outside that, we can have a look at another tribe, which are the Idoma people. Idoma people, they are just around this area as well. So we have the Idoma people, so which occupy roughly this area as well. These are the Idoma people. So Idoma people occupy roughly around that area. And I can quickly look at another ethnic group, so which is the present day Abuja, where the Abuja federal capital of Nigeria is. The people that had the ethnic group that actually occupy, even though they tend to say that Abuja is like an area like the federal capital that belong to everybody, but actually there were people that occupied that space before Abuja was created as the capital. So, and these people here, they are the Gwari people, and the Gwari people as well, they also have a really good population that, you know, some of the countries of the world are really small. You know, this can be a country on its own as well, a nation. So you have Gwari people there, and then here are the Idoma people that are there. So let me actually, because well, before I go, I was tempted to actually cover the rough area for the Hausa Fulani people, but before that, let me get to another ethnic group, so which is the Angas people, so which they also occupy roughly somewhere around this area. So these are the Angas people. And why I'm on the Angas people, I'm just going to quickly draw up the area for another important ethnic group in Nigeria, so which is the Tiv. The Tiv people. The Tiv also occupy some area here, and you know, this just show how massive Nigeria is in terms of the number of ethnic group that occupy Nigeria space. So the diversity of Nigeria is really extraordinary. And then so these are the Angas people, and then I'm going to put a label on the thief people. So these are the thief people as part of Nigeria. So, and there is another ethnic group, so which is really very important as well in Nigeria space, and that is, I'm talking about the Jukun. No, I'm going to change the color, not that color. Just use another color. So the Jukun people also occupy somewhere around this area. So you have the Jukun people, they occupy somewhere around here. So I mean, there are some other ethnic groups that are in this area. It's almost like the Ibibio, where there are other, like Efik, and there are other ethnic groups around there as well. But it's just Ibibio more like maybe the major one too, and then you have Jukun as well. There are some Jukun in somewhere here, and there are other ethnic groups that just occupy all of this area. So I'm just going to put this to just occupy this area with Jukun and some of the other ethnic group that occupy that area there. So, and another ethnic group that I want to consider, which is just part of some of this area here, is the Bariba people. There are some ethnic group called Bariba people, so which they also have a bit of space just around them, and so I'll put the label of Bariba people there, or there's kind of like a different pronunciation. It could be Bariba or Baruba. I'll just leave it as that, and then I'll have the Jukun. So with Jukun people are just right there, and there are other ethnic groups that are part of this sort of like area as well, like maybe Tangale. So surely there are some other ones as well that just occupy this area, Bata, and a lot of other ethnic groups that are around that area. So the remaining of this space is an area that is like you have Hausa people majorly, and then you have Fulani people. The Fulani people at the ethnic group that are almost like a nomadic sort of, like they are kind of like can be everywhere, and so they just occupy Hausa, Fulani, so they just occupy a lot of this area, so which Hausa and Fulani almost mix together, even though they are different. Actually they are different, by the way, but they kind of like almost like interwoven, and so I will actually say that this area of where the Nupe is, I think Nupe around there, they kind of like go up a bit more than the place I actually drew earlier on for Nupe. So they sort of like they are almost like Nupe people occupy a big area as well. So so I would say, so going up there, so we got the Hausa, Fulani, so Hausa, Fulani just around up there. So within each of these ethnic group as well, you have like Yoruba, for example. You have different dialect there. You have different Yoruba dialect, but Yoruba generally the same. And then you have this sort of like area, so where Jukun and some other ethnic group. So but anyway, so what if Nigeria was never colonized? So this might be what we have. So but I just want to show you something really very quickly as well. So because sometimes when we look at that area, we might be thinking, oh, too many. But when you look at the map of Europe as well, where Europe is a continent, Nigeria is a country, but at the same time, the size of the map of Nigeria, sorry, the map of Africa is actually drawn wrongly. So because Africa is much bigger than the way they draw it, that you see it on Google Map. So if you look at this map of Europe as well, you can see a lot of these countries that are here in Europe that are really the likes of Hungary, Slovenia, most of these countries, Croatia, most of these countries, they're just going to be the same size as like, or the same population or land area as like maybe Ijaw or Idoma people or Tiv people. So for Nigeria to have all of these, each of these one as a country, I don't really think there's any big deal there. So, but yeah, so if Nigeria was never colonized, it would have just been maybe something like this. And also you might just have some part of Yoruba might have gone with might have part of Benin and Togo, or Ibibio or Ikoyi or Jukun might be having some part of this, or even Hausa, Fulani or Kanuri. They might just be part of some area in Niger Republic. Present in Niger Republic might be part of all of the the Hausa and Kanuri people area. Anyway, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. This is just a fun exercise to just see what if Nigeria was never colonized, what would it look like. And thanks for watching, and God bless.